Hello there, and welcome to Austria. I'm here to photograph some fall colors. They look beautiful, don't they? Now, I thought I'd use this occasion to give you some photography tips that I use to improve my photography. Some of them are very unorthodox and I'm not a paid professional, so take them with a grain of salt. My first tip is the most important one. It is go light and go far. Good kit can often be very heavy. Especially if you go full frame. You need full frame body and bigger lenses, and then you need a bigger tripod, and the gift keeps on giving. This means that your kit will be quite heavy and it will be hard to carry it all the way up the mountain. So as soon as you buy heavy gear, you're gonna be stuck around and your action radius will be much smaller. With a lighter kit you can go far, you can go light, and you can go deep into the mountains and take really nice photos. The second tip is about light. Shoot during the best light of day, and that is the blue and the golden hour. Those hours are amazing for photography, and it's also by far the most popular. Now, you've already heard this tip, but I can't stress it enough. Good light beats good photography. That being said, my third tip is shoot during the rest of the day as well. What I mean by this is many times you've got photographers, they go somewhere, they stick around for the golden hour, they shoot, and then they think they're done and they go back home and that's it. And I think that's fairly limited, because even if you're gonna be in the mountains, you're gonna limit yourself to just 2 stretches of maybe 30 minutes of good light each day. And that is in ideal conditions. Many times conditions aren't ideal. Sunrise might be cloudy, or maybe the light just won't appear because there's fog all around you. If you only shoot during golden hour, you limit yourself so much. I just advise, take your backpack, hike out during the rest of the day, try and enjoy as much as you can. And you'll find during the day of hiking, you'll sometimes hike into some beautiful composition just waiting there for you. Now, if you stuck around somewhere just waiting for the best light, you would have never seen this composition. So I'd advise, just go out, shoot as much as you can, anytime you see something that looks good. And no, sometimes the light won't work, sometimes it's just not flattering enough. But who cares? At least you've tried, and by trying, you get better. Now, there's another tip I want to give you, and that is free yourself from the tripod. You don't always need a tripod, especially if you use a wide angle lens. During most of the day, even in the golden hour, you've got plenty of light, so you can just shoot handheld. That is nice because it allows you to walk around and get various compositions. So don't use a tripod when you don't need it, because it takes a lot of time and effort and you're not as free to compose your pictures the way you want it. The last tip I want to give you is to shoot with intent. This is very important because very often you see people take photos of beautiful places, but the photo just doesn't work. Why? They thought, this looks nice, let me take a photo, click, done. And that can be nice for some occasions, but very often it doesn't work. Why? Your eyes work different from the camera, and your camera might see things in a different way. Always ask yourself 3 questions. What am I going to shoot? Why am I going to shoot this? And how am I going to shoot this? So the what is your subject. You always have to focus on something striking that is interesting to you, or maybe to the viewer. Now, why is it interesting? That is a very important question, because out of the why comes the how. How am I going to enhance that thing that you thought interesting? Maybe it's the light striking it in a particular way. Do you need to isolate the subject, giving it a lot of negative space? You could do that with a mountaintop in the fog, for example. Or maybe you want to have some foreground and background to add depth. The choice is yours, but as long as you think about it and shoot with intent, you'll find your photos become much better. Alright, that's it for today. I hope these tips are useful to you. I'm gonna go on. Hopefully I can take some nice photos, although the light is kind of flat and there's bad weather coming on. I'll see you in the next video.